I'm going.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't you tell me before?
I'm a coward.
Is it because she's successful?
No, it's because she doesn't need me.
Do you bring her here?
Yes.
Wait a second. Didn't she get married?
Yes. And she stopped seeing me.
Then what did you do? Call her up? Beg her to take you back?
Yes.
You are a piece of shit.
Deception is brutal. I'm not pretending otherwise.
How can you do this to someone?
I fell in love with her.
You had no choice? There's a moment. There's always a moment where you stop and you weigh your options. I gotta get out of here.
What about your things?
I don't need things.
Where will you go?
Who cares? Can I still see you?
If I see you, I'll never leave you.
What if I meet someone else?
I'll be jealous.
Do you still love me?
Yes.
Liar. You did love me.
I hate hurting you.
Then why are you?
Because I'm a coward. Because I think you'll be better off.
You're gonna miss me. You're never gonna meet anyone who loves you as much as I do.
I'm sorry.
Go make me some tea.
Alice?
Choose life. Choose a career. Choose a job. Choose your family. Choose a washing machine. A car. Choose good health. Low cholesterol, a dental plan. Choose a low interest mortgage. Choose to sit there in that chair watching mind-numbing TV, rotting away to the end in an old age home. An embarrassment to your children who you spawned to replace yourself. Choose your future. Choose life. Now I chose not to choose life. I chose something else. And the reason? There is no reason. Who needs a reason when you got Jack?
My father killed himself. You take your strength for granted. With women it's different. My father was my strength. Until a month before I left for Oxford, he went into his study and shot himself. My first month at Oxford, I was pursued by Harrison Brent. He wanted me badly. I worked in the library on a work-study program. He'd come in with his buddies and demand books way up in the stacks. They liked to watch me climb the ladder. And I wore these horrible black dresses the entire month, so it's not like I was baiting him. Harrison pursued me incessantly. He called my dorm. He left me notes. All the girls thought I was crazy for evading him, but I kept holding on to that greatness I had when my father was alive. He believed in me. How could my father betray me like that? Anyway, I got a telegram from my mother. Harrison has more money than God. Stop. Family controls all the money. Stop. Keep him alive. Love, Mother. So Harrison asked me to the Oxford Halloween costume ball, and guess what? I said yes. My costume was Lizzie Borden. It was a big hit. And Harrison was Zorro. So we get to the ball, Harrison's trotting me around, introducing me to his friends, and suddenly he whispers in my ear to meet him in the back of the building, outside in half an hour. So it's dark and drizzling outside, and I'm getting really pissed off because it's been more than half an hour, and suddenly I see him, only he's walking away from me. Maybe I got his instructions wrong. So I run up to him and throw my arms around him. This was my big play, see? And suddenly he turns around and carries me off into these dark bushes. I never would have expected anything so direct from Harrison, but there we were in the bushes, and there I was with my Lizzie Borden skirt hiked up all the way. To make a long story short, it was the best sex I had ever had. Only it wasn't Harrison. I guess Zora was in that year. No, this rogue's name was Philip Reynolds, a lower middle-class medical student. I knew in that moment, in the bushes, that I had fallen in love with Philip. But I also knew that I would marry Harrison.
You want to see the most beautiful thing I've ever filmed? It was one of those days when it was a minute away from snowing, and there's this electricity in the air. You can almost hear it, right? And this bag was just dancing with me, like a little kid begging me to play with it. For 15 minutes. That's the day I realized there's this entire life behind things. And this incredibly benevolent force wanted me to know there was no reason to be afraid, ever. Video, I know it's a poor excuse, but it helps me to remember. I need to remember. Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world, I feel I can't take it, and my heart is going to cave in.
This whole Josh and Ty thing is really wigging me out. I mean, Ty is my pal. I want her to have a boyfriend. But what does she want with Josh anyway? He dresses funny, he listens to rock, and he's not even cute in a conventional way. Wait a second. This is just like Josh. I mean, what does he want with Ty? He needs someone with imagination. Someone to laugh at his jokes in case he makes any. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with Josh. I'm totally, majorly, crazy in love with Josh. But now I don't know how to act around him. I mean, he's my best friend.